Though, as a time my video nearby, now country dear out of now, country dear close the border. But on my Penika said, no quiet, yet the border.
This is the Citi Newsroom, and we are coming to you from the Kotoka International Airport. My name is Zoe Abubeidu Adam. Yesterday at the press briefing, the Information Ministry indicated that some 245 deportees from Kuwait were expected to touch down in Ghana today. On March 21, President Akufo-Addo addressed the nation and indicated that with effect from the following day, which is Sunday, March 22, the borders of Ghana were going to be closed. And that has been the situation till today. But this particular exercise is a special arrangement that has been done with the Kuwaiti government to bring these illegal migrants back to Ghana. The borders are still closed and they are expected to touch base. You can see behind me some chairs that have been set up. The arena that has been isolated is expected to hold the migrants when they touch base. We have ahead some personnel from the Ghana Health Service who will screen them when they touch down. We also have people or officers from the Ghana Police Service. We have military officers here as well as national security. And they are manning this whole exercise to ensure that it runs smoothly. We'll be bringing you up to speed, up to date with what happens here at the Kotoka International Airport. For now, we are awaiting the touchdown or the arrival of these migrants who were residing in Kuwait. Over 200 of them have arrived in the hall here, and ministers of states are taking turns to address them. Currently is the aviation minister speaking to them. They will also be addressed by the Ghana Immigration Service on the protocols they have to observe and the procedure they have to go through. There is also a clinical psychologist who will speak to these persons, and of course as well officials of the Ghana Health Service who will let them know the procedure in going to take their samples for testing and what they should expect in the coming weeks or days. So all 245, as we're made to understand, have arrived. So the ministers of state have finished addressing the returnees from Kuwait. Deputy Minister in charge of National Security, Henry Korte, spoke with them, as well as the Aviation Minister, Joseph Kofi Adda, whom we'll be speaking to shortly to pick his thoughts on the process so far.
Well, first of all, I think we are very happy to receive our compatriots in Ghana. I think their demeanor is quite positive. I think they are happy to be here and they are conducting themselves well so far. With all of the information we share with them, I don't see any of them reacting in a manner that will show that they will not cooperate. I think they're also hoping for the best for the country. What we've gotten so far is that the tests are generally negative so far, but then our own internal medical experts will conduct another round of tests to make sure that they're truly negative, and then they'll be allowed to go home. I think it's a joy to have citizens coming back, and it's nice to see that they're handling themselves quite well. And the briefing that we've given to them, I think it's gone down quite well with them, and I expect that they will cooperate. I really don't know whether this is the beginning of the exercise or not, because I know the Foreign Ministry has been working on that. That's what I would consider to have been the beginning of engaging the foreign counterparts to try to bring them back here. But I guess you may be right in saying that it's the beginning of housing them back home and taking them through the process that they have to go through. And I think the most important thing to be concerned about is the resettlement. For them to go back home, for them to find jobs, for them to engage themselves more productively. I think that's a real headache that we all have. But they're not the only ones to be concerned about. I think with those who are here, some of us who have lost their jobs, who are temporarily off the job because the business have closed down. This is a tough battle that we're fighting with, and I think all the good measures that have been announced by the President to find relief for some of the businesses and to support them, to stand on their feet, as it were, to make sure that the economy doesn't go down. These are all the important things that government is set to do, and that's what the President and his government are doing, and everybody in Ghana seems to be cooperating, and we're very happy about that.
Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Kumar Abuaje, also spoke to the returnees and explained reason why they have to undergo the mandatory testing, and we'll speak to him and find out more from him on what to expect from the exercise that is expected to last for the next 14 days.
My information, there are 241 from Kuwait. Our role here as health is to ensure that we check their health as port health. And in line with our protocol, we want to ensure that to curtail the spread of the virus, we are quarantining them for 2 weeks. We do a quick initial test this evening and tomorrow morning. Those who are positive will be sent to, based on their situation, would either be sent to an isolation center or treatment center, and then observe the rest for the next 2 weeks, and then do a retesting before they are discharged. The purpose is to protect them from either getting infected or spreading the infection. I believe that they may have come in here with some tests, but knowing the way this virus behaves, if you are positive, negative today, doesn't mean I'll be negative tomorrow. So we are still going through our routine protocol to check and make sure they are healthy. We have a medical team at the campsite where they'll be taken care of daily, and not just for possible COVID, but all their health needs will be taken care of until the period is over. Well, there's a team there ready to take samples this evening. We know they are tired, they've had an 8-hour journey, so very few, but tomorrow morning a lot of the samples will be taken and sent to a dedicated lab where the samples results will be done. I believe that by Monday morning or Sunday we should have some, late in the evening or Monday we should have some results that will allow us to quickly isolate them. Because the most important thing, we don't want a situation where those who are positive mingle too much among them. So we are doing a very fast track. That's why there's a large team of lab men who are ready to take their samples and quickly get the results. We have prepared now. There are relatively decent places just in the outskirts of Accra where they will be kept and taken care of, fed and treated until this program is over. I believe that Foreign Affairs and other agencies are in touch with their relatives, and I think this was, I believe, was a request to be brought back home, and so I'm sure a lot of that has been done. As you see, you didn't see relatives here trying to behave the way it happened the first time, and so I believe a lot of arrangement has been made, and that they will be able to communicate with their relatives. And we're giving them talk here, we're giving psychologists talk to them, so they know exactly what they are going to go through. And so they know they are going to be there for 2 weeks, and after the test they'll be released. So we believe that this time, with that prior information, things will be better, and we expect less confrontation.
We've been joined by the Deputy Foreign Affairs Minister, Mr. Charles Oredu, and he's going to give us some perspective and clarity on the issues so far. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I'm grateful.
Okay. So we understand that this was an offer from the Kuwaiti government to get these people. How long ago did this offer to get these people here start?
Okay, so because of this novel virus, this pandemic, it led to a situation where most countries placed some restriction in the movement of people. So you have what we call lockdowns. As a result, most people were finding it difficult to cope, because without working, you can't get anything, to buy, to take care of yourself and whatnot. So the Kuwaiti government was like, okay, why don't I make this offer to migrants in general? That I'm going to make this offer. If your government is ready, we can negotiate. The offer will be that if you are ready to go, we'll provide an aircraft, so that probably when you get to your destination, your government will also take care of the existing protocols that countries were implementing. So this was communicated via our mission in Kuwait, and it came to Accra, the Foreign Ministry. Then we had a discussion, government had a discussion chaired by His Excellency the President. Then the decision was okayed. The decision was given that, okay, we are going to open this, border, give them an air clearance, for the aircraft to land. So it's sort of a collaboration between the two governments. The two governments had a discussion and arrived at this conclusion.
Okay, is it the case that these people actually sent out information to the Kuwaiti government themselves, or because we're made to understand that some of them or most of them are deportees or deported from Kuwait?
No, it will be difficult for them in a foreign country to even liaise with the government there. No, of course, when they have any concern. No, I'll come. Yeah, that's what. Okay. So what they did was they sent these concerns to our mission in Kuwait, yes, the Ghana embassy in Kuwait. Some even sent videos, some went viral. I got some of the videos. So based on this, we started the negotiation. Then the issue of whether they are, I will call them returnees. Returnees being that, they are people, they are Ghanaians who found themselves who went there, and as a result of the lockdown, they found it difficult. And when this offer was made by the Kuwaiti government, they jumped on the aircraft and came back. The reason why this clarity is being made is that, for a deportee, to be called a deportee, you should have flouted a law. It could be an immigration law, it could be one of the local law of your hosting country. Then normally such countries will subject you to a court process. If you are found culpable, if you are found guilty, then you are deported. But most of these people don't fall into this category. Some were there, they had this offer, then they took advantage of the offer. So we can't classify all of them. I would say they are all returnees. So they are Ghanaians who found themselves stranded. An offer was made. Ghana government negotiated with the Kuwaiti government. They got on board an aircraft. They are in now.
So the Citi Newsroom, we've been joined by the Chief Legal Advisor at the National Security, Mr. Osei Bonsu Dixon, and he will be explaining to us what the formalities will be after they leave the hall tonight or this evening. Thank you so much for joining us on the Citi.
Yes, thank you and good afternoon.
Okay. So what is the arrangement for our compatriots who have come or landed in Ghana?
Okay, so mainly what you're seeing at the airport is the reception facilities. So those are the program issues that we embedded inside the operation about receiving them, taking them through port health issues, taking them through Government of Ghana reception issues, acquainting them with the guidelines for mandatory quarantine and so forth. So right from here in this facility, they are leaving for a different facility, the quarantine centers. That is the main issue.
The quarantine centers. We know the other people who came in just before the president spoke on the 21st of March were sent to hotels. Is that the same for these people?
No, they are going to the one of the facilities that we've prepared for quarantine services. So as we go on, we improve in the manner in which we institutionalize the care at any particular time, logistically, materially, and so on and so forth. So that's what I can say.
Okay. So we want official numbers of persons who have arrived today. We earlier know that the Health Information Minister stated 245. What are the actual figures of persons who have arrived today?
The exact figure I might need to later have a discussion with you to confirm, because we have a number of persons who were on board the aircraft who are of Togolese nationality and things like that. And that is why there's uncertainty about the numbers. But I think the precise number of those who have, we can actually get from the, migration authorities, particularly from the final manifest that we received.
Okay. So that was the Chief Legal Advisor of the National Security, Osei Bonsu Dixon. This is still the Citi Newsroom.
Na Martin free, you get here.